Hey, Living Kodesh, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Shalom. Testing one, two, testing one, two. Okay. Look like I'm good there. Okay, I got four people in here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Prophet Six, family prophet to the angel, the church to the Laodiceans, saying good morning. Who are Israelites? Who are Israelites? Gotta get that on there. Who are Israelites? Okay. We're going to discuss Achan in the Bible, in the Passover. Achan in the Passover. You know, I wrote a note yesterday, a comment yesterday to somebody. Who's that? Mariah Israel. I wrote a comment to her yesterday. Something she made a comment about the study that I had given, and I want to look at that right quick if I can find it real quick. I think the one of the reasons why we're having a whole lot of big issues about the Passover is because we don't understand the character of the Most High. Of our problem, we don't understand his character. We are looking at the Most High as a cosmic dictator, a cosmic despot, a cosmic Hitler. Because, when I sit back and think about this, I say to myself, these people they're literally practicing their own righteousness, and they trying to slip their righteousness in as the righteousness of the Most High, as the righteousness of the Most High, to cure what our problem is. And all it's doing is it's causing our problem, which if I would use metaphors, I would describe it as a cancer. It's causing the cancer in us, which is the sin, to metastasize. But we think it's a cure. And we're saying if we don't take this cure, which really is poison, we're going to die. We're going to die anyway because it's poison what you're giving us. What you're given to treat the disease that we have, which by the way is terminal, is a poison, a neurotoxin, if you will. So, and this is why you have people celebrating the Passover 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Some people just started celebrating the Passover yesterday. And for another 3 weeks, people are going to be celebrating the Passover. I won't say celebrate. They're going to be observing, call themselves observing the Passover. So this is going to go on for over a month, y'all. Why? Because we're looking at the Most High as some type of sadistic and despot godly figure. We're not looking at him as a heavenly father who is also our physician and is doing everything in his power to cure us of our terminal illness. We're not looking at him like that. We're looking at him as if he is a physician that is sadistic and is actually hiding the cure from his own children, who he says with his mouth that he wants to cure, but really he doesn't. That's the way we're serving him. That's the only way you could, that's the only way you can rationalize why all these different Hebrew Israelites are having these Passovers at all these different times. Everybody's, oh, I just better do something. I just better do something or else I'm going to be lost. We already lost. And it's that type of behavior that causes us to be lost. Resorting to our own righteousness. These people act as if the Most High don't want to heal us. They're acting as if he has said, hey, if you don't love me, I'm going to kill you. What kind of relationship is that? What kind of relationship is that? A man comes to you to propose and take you as his wife. And he said, boy, I love you with all my heart. Oh, I love you so much. I love you. I'm willing to die for you. Will you marry me? And then before you answer, he says, because if you say no, I'm going to kill you. That's the way these people are serving the Most High. That's the way. And you know what? Christianity teaches that. Christianity teaches that if you don't love the Most High, you're going to go to hell. Don't tell me they don't teach that. Don't tell me they don't teach that. Think about that, y'all. The Most High is saying, if you don't love me, I'm going to burn you forever. I'm going to torture you if you don't love me. Hey, y'all, that's not how you get love. That's how you get fear. That's how you get hate. That's how you get wrath. Go tell a woman, hey, baby, you know I love you. I love the way you look. I love the way you shape. I love the way you talk to me. I love everything about you. I'm willing to die for you. And I want you to marry me. But if you say no, I'm going to kill you. You think that's going to grow love? You think that's going to grow trust? No, that's going to make you a hostage if you say yes. If you say yes to a person like that, it's going to make you a hostage. Y'all, that's what Christianity has taught forever. Christianity teaches if you don't love the Most High, he's going to kill you. And so this is why you got people with all these different denominations going to church on different days, teaching different every wind of doctrine, and you see the same thing happening with the Yashar the Israelites. You know who I'm talking about. The sister that's been coming in here, military science. She came in here the other day. Sweet sister, nothing against her, but I do have something against that philosophy she's teaching. Well, you know, I got dual citizenship. And I noticed that she ain't say nothing about she has citizenship with the Most High. She's bragging that she's got citizenship with Israel and she got citizenship in America. Like that's something. That just means you're slaves on two different plantations. But she don't know how to think that through. She don't know how to think that through. She's boasting that because she's a slave on two different plantations. Whoop-de-doo. Shalom, Mariah Israel. Good morning. Good to see you. I was just talking about you behind your back. saying good things about you. Saying good things about you though. But let's see here. So I think this is the root of our problem, y'all. We don't know the character of the Most High. It's been beat into us. It's been beat into us. If we don't love the Most High, he's going to kill us. And the type of killing is torture. That's what Christianity teach. That's why so many people don't understand what happens to a person when they die. That's why it's a whole lot of confusion on what happens to people when they die. What happens to their soul? What happens to their spirit? And what happens to their body? Nobody knows. Okay. This will be uploaded for you to listen to whenever you get back. But thanks for popping in. Have a blessed morning. May Yahuwah go with you. So, I mean, how many ladies do we have in here tonight and this morning? If a man came up to you and told you, he gave you flowers and chocolate dipped strawberries and you know, he went and got a nice car and picked you up and all this kind of stuff. Then he went and got a big old ring and you know, and he gets on one knee and he says he wants to take you for a wife. And he got some little some musicians playing in the background, some live musicians playing in the background, some sweet little love song and all this kind of stuff. And then he said, you know what? I want to ask you for your hand in marriage. And then he goes on to say, but if you say no, I'm going to kill you. Will that destroy the mood? Will that destroy the mood if he ends it with, now you had every intention on saying yes. You have every intention on saying yes, but then he punctuates everything he says with, but if you say no, I'm going to have to kill you. Is that going to make you feel a certain kind of way? Or are you going to say this? Hey, shalom, Crystal McGee, how you doing? Or are you going to say to him, oh, wow, you're going to kill me wow, you love me that much? You gonna kill me if I say no? Oh, are you gonna say, oh, come on, y'all. Now, Living Quadesh said that would kill it for her. I would get out of that. Exactly. This guy is a lunatic. You, but wait a minute, Crystal. Run? Why would you run? He got down on one knee. He's got an orchestra there. They're playing violin and bass music, and in the background, he got a nice shiny car there, a ring. He's wealthy, handsome, well connected. The only thing is, you just can't say no to him. You mean to tell me that little part at the end? But if you say no, I'll kill you. Won't make it more special. Okay, you see smoke coming up, coming from your shoes. Okay. See, my point. What is my point? My point is this, y'all. You're going to be able to tell what type of God people serve by the way they behave. Hey, Tasha Washington. Good morning. Good morning. We love you back. Hey, y'all. Christianity taught us that if we don't love the Most High, and I want to tell you how he's going to kill us. They say he's going to kill us with torturing us. Y'all, that's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level of wickedness. If somebody don't love you, you torture them for eternity? That don't even make sense to me. This is, wait a minute. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, hold up. This is a God of love? Him. He's the God of love. But if you don't love him, he's going to torture you for eternity. Watch this, y'all. They even go a step further. They say, they can't prove this from the Bible. They say that he's going to give you eternal life in a lake of fire because you don't love him. That don't even make sense. And I'm going to tell you why it don't make sense. The Bible makes it very clear that the wicked are going to cease to exist one day. They're not going to live for eternity. Nowhere. They're not going to live for eternity nowhere. They're going to cease to exist. It's going to be like they never existed. They're not going to feel pain. They're not going to know time. They're not going to know life or death. And what's going to happen to the wicked is that they're basically going to suffer from entropy. You have three parts of a human being, okay? You have the spirit, Genesis 2:7, the breath of life, same scriptures, Genesis 2:7, and you have the body, Genesis 2:7. There are three parts that make up a human being, y'all. Three parts. You have the spirit, the ruach. That's what keeps us alive. John 1 1. John 1 1 through 5. That's what keeps us alive. It says, the light that lighteth every man that comes into the world. Every man, not just Israelites. Israelites are not the only people on earth that live. So you could throw that little Hebrew Israelite garbage out the window. It's of the devil. Yeah, there are other nationalities that actually have hearts. They have lungs, they have blood, they have eyeballs, they have feet, they have toes, they have skin, they have everything, bone structure, they have everything that we got. Sorry, they got hair. Yeah, I know it's kind of like weird, ain't it? You thought because you listen to Hebrew Israelites, we're the only ones that really have anything. Nobody else has nothing because they are nothing. See, it's a lot of this stuff they're saying just don't add up, y'all. Okay, man. So I want to share something with you. I really didn't want to go down that route. I wanted to talk about Achan in the book of Joshua, chapter 6 and 7. Okay, Joshua chapter 6 and chapter 7. And I want to show you what happened to Joshua. What was his downfall? See, I think that when we think of the Most High as a judge, we look at him as a judge in the worldly courts. That's how we look at him. Stoic, not caring, because we know as so-called black people, they really don't care nothing about us. When we go before a judge, we don't know what's going to happen. It don't matter if we're innocent or guilty. We don't know what's going to happen. Now you can say that about other people too, but us more so. We don't know what's going to happen. We could go to death row for just blowing a toll. Okay. It doesn't. I notice here in America, there's many vegans that are not black. They're sweet with animals, the earth, and generally most people. I can't see them suffering that way. It doesn't make sense, is what I mean to say. Right. Yeah, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. A lot of this stuff that we're learning as Yashra Allah, Israelites. This stuff ain't adding up, y'all. It's just some more holdover Christianity stuff, and they just drug it right into being Hebrew Israelites or Yashra Alams. That's all it is, y'all. And so what some people doing is getting rid of, saying, you know what, I don't want to have nothing to do with my culture. Hey, Miss Christina Witherspoon, Hadassah, Miss Hadassah. Good to see you this morning. Shalom. So I want to get into something with you all, and this is about Achan. See, the Most High loves the human race. He really does. He loves the human race. He would have never made us if he didn't love us. I'm sorry. I don't care what those brothers say. He would have never made any of us if he didn't love us. When the Bible says Yahuwah is love, that's exactly what he is. That's the main driving characteristic. It's not torture, y'all. It's not torture. Now, is sin going to be destroyed? Absolutely. Are sinners going to be destroyed? Absolutely. But are they going to destroy from the perspective of a judge, like in an earthly court? In an earthly court, you could be innocent and still serve life in prison. You can serve 40 years in prison and be innocent. And they trying to make it seem like that the Most High is just like that. That's why they teach stuff like, that's why they teach this kind of stuff. Well, Esau was cursed anyway. He wasn't going to make it no way. Esau was cursed anyway. He was made to be cursed. No, he wasn't. That's stupid. So you mean to tell me that the God of love made something so he can curse it? How could he be a God of love if he makes something just so he can curse it? Just so he can destroy it? That don't even make sense to me. These people don't know the Most High. They don't know the Most High. They're lying. They're trying to give the Most High the attributes of Satan. No, they have given him, in their minds, they have given the Most High the attributes of Satan. These guys are inspired by Satan to say the things that they say. They saying it about other nations on the sly, but it really points back that, you know, the Most High is really a demon. He ain't no better than Satan. Matter of fact, he has the same methods that Satan employs. He uses the same ones. See, I can't go with that. I just can't go with that, man. No. Because now, if you say that, then you got to say that Satan is a God of love. If you put him and the Most High on the same, see, it's just stupid, y'all. Harebrained ideas that Christians came up with, and now Hebrew Israelites are giving life to it. They gave life to the image of the beast, the Bible says in Revelation, 13, 17, I think. He only loves Israel. That don't even make sense to me. Is Israel the chosen nation? Absolutely. No problem there. No problem there. But to say that he only loves Israel and nobody else, I don't even understand that. So he loves Israel, but he don't love the birds. He loves Israel, but he don't love the trees. He loves Israel, but he don't love the flowers. He don't love all the colors in the world. He don't love air on earth, but he loves Israel. See, it gets stupid. If you take this stuff to is the least common denominator, you'll find out it's just stupidity. It's a lot of sorcery and witchcraft. He loves Israel and nothing else. That's crazy. Why did he make everything else then? He didn't just make Israel and other nations. He made flowers, trees, bugs, all kinds of stuff, grass, clouds, all kinds of things. Fruit. He loves Israel, but he don't love fruit trees. It just don't make, y'all, it don't make any sense to me. I'm a simple thinking man, you know? And it has to make some sense. It has to make some sense, y'all. It just can't be all crazy. he loves Israel, but nothing else. He don't love giraffes. Why do children love animals so much? Why is it that children don't? Why is it that all children don't come out the womb just loving Israelites? They love animals. Children love animals. They love colors. They love flowers. They love all kinds of nice things, just like adults do. But the Most High only loves Israel. Oh, okay. Okay. It's making a lot of sense. Not. And who's thinking of this stuff? Who's coming up with these little demon doctrines? Okay. Now, look at this, y'all. Also, I believe the remnant of his people that will live forever are us, and that all the other people that the saints in heaven never heard of are those people who live in places where they have to worship underground so they won't be killed by the masses. Yeah, I can believe that. Look at this, y'all. Israel had received the law directly from the mouth of Yahuwah at Sinai. No other nation had ever received that privilege. And for that, the bar was real high for Israel. Now, I know Israel looked down at everybody else, but it's interesting that we're at the bottom of everything right now. All right, baby. Israel had received the law directly from the mouth of Yahuwah at Sinai. And its sacred precepts written by his own hand were still preserved in the ark. Now it had been written where all could read it. All had privileges of seeing themselves the conditions of the covenants under which they were to hold possession of Canaan. Hey, shalom, Sean Price. Good morning. Good morning. All were to signify their acceptance of the terms of the covenant and give their assent to the blessing or the curses for their observance or neglect. So the 10 commandments, the law of Yahuwah, they are natural laws, y'all. They are not judicial laws like in our government, where they have laws contradicting other laws and canceling. No. See, the Most High's laws don't work like that. They don't cancel out each other. He don't have superfluous laws. He don't have laws where there are loopholes like our government does. The reason why our government have loopholes in its laws is so the government itself can become a criminal enterprise. That's why it has loopholes, because it's not following after the Most High. And when you have that motive, when you create a law, there are going to be loopholes, because you're not inspired by the Most High. Your mind is not inspired. You're inspired by carnal motivation. All were to signify their acceptance of the terms of the covenant and to give their assent to the blessings or curses for its observance or neglect. The law was not only written upon the memorial stones, but was read by Joshua himself in the hearing of all Israel. It had not been many weeks since Moses gave the whole book of Deuteronomy in discourses to the people, yet now Joshua read the law again. See the law, see all the laws that the Most High gave Moses and in the commandments, 10 commandments, are the natural protocols on how the world even exists. These are not arbitrary laws that somebody just dream up just because they don't like you. No, these are the very fabric on which the world was created. Yeah, these laws. Yeah, all the laws. They are natural laws, y'all. I'm going to give you an example. Exactly. Okay. How's Brother Rob? He is home. He's good. No, he's not home at the moment. I will tell him you asked. He said, thank you for your prayers. It makes so much. Okay. His blood pressure is down. Oh, okay. Praise the Most High. Yeah, I need to call him. Not alone the men of Israel, but all the women and little ones listened to the reading of the law. For it was important that they also should know and do their duty. Yahuwah had commanded Israel concerning his statutes. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And ye shall teach them to your children, that your days may be multiplied. The law of God, the law of Yahuwah, it prolongs life, y'all. It gives life to our nation. It gives life to our culture. The law of God, it gives life and spice to our life as a people. It galvanizes our love for each other. That's what the law does. There are overflow effects for keeping the law built into it naturally. Natural laws, they are as natural as breathing and exhaling. Is there a law in the Bible that if you hold your breath, the Most High is going to kill you? No. There's no law in the Bible that if you hold your breath, the Most High is going to kill you and torture you for eternity. What's going to happen if you hold your breath? You're going to die. You just naturally die. Why? Because you're violating a law of inhalation and exhalation. You see? So the wages of sin, yes, it is death. Why? Because when you sin, what you do, you cut yourself off from the only source of life. And what that is, truth. Yahushua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So if you get cut off from truth, yeah, you have to die. Just like holding your breath. Yeah, you have to die. It's a natural law, y'all. There are natural laws in place that the law of God protects us from. One of the penalties that we come under as a human race is death. The law of death. And Yahushua talked a lot about death. He talked a lot about death in his ministry. And I think we don't understand. We still got a Baptist Pentecostal idea of what happens to people when they die. Because people believe that, the soul lives forever. So there's a false premise out there already that the soul lives forever, when the Bible actually teaches the opposite. But let me go on. My word in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes, and ye shall teach them to your children, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children in the land which Yahuwah sware unto your fathers to give them in the day of heaven, as the days of heaven upon earth. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 18 through 20. Every seventh year, the whole law was to be read. You heard that, y'all? Every seventh year, the whole law was to be read in the assembly of all Israel. Did you know that? Yeah. The law was supposed to be read every 7 years to all Israel. All Israel, every 7 years. As Moses commanded. You said, well, where is this at? It's in Deuteronomy chapter 31. Deuteronomy 31, 10 through 13. Every 7 years, we are supposed to read the law. You're not going to hear no big debate about that, y'all. You're not going to hear any big debates about that every 7 years. Not like you hearing about this Passover thing. You're not going to hear nothing about that. Yeah, every 7 years, Israelites supposed to get together, and all Israel supposed to read and hear the law being read. Did you know that? Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 31, 10 through 13. Moses commanded, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the Feast of Tabernacles. Yeah, you got a lot of Hebrew Israelites celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles. They ain't reading that law. And these are the people that's always talking about commandments, law, statutes, commandments, law, that. They ain't reading that. See, they just cherry picking, y'all. They just cherry picking. In the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel is come to appear before Yahuwah, thy Elohim, in the place which he shall choose, in the place where he shall choose, in the place where he shall choose. And what place is that? The place where his name is. 2 Chronicles 6:6. 2 Chronicles 7:16. Thou shalt read the law before all Israel in their hearing. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and the stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear and that they may learn and fear the Elohim, your Yahuwah, and observe to do all the words of this law, and that their children which have not known anything, may hear and learn and fear the Elohim your Yahuwah, as long as ye live in the land. In the land, whether ye go over to Jordan to possess it. Deuteronomy chapter 31, 10 through 13. Yeah, but I'm talking about, yeah, certainly. Now, the Bible says in Deuteronomy chapter 6 that you're supposed to do it every day. You see, every day. And that, but that's on the level of just your personal family. But every 7 years, the whole nation's supposed to get together and have a day during the Feast of Tabernacles and read the law. So that's different. That's different. That's different. You see what I'm saying? So while they are the same in a way, it's different. See, the Most High wanted to make sure that everybody knew the law. Everybody knew his character. You see? Because see, when we say the word law, we think of judicial proceedings and all that kind of stuff. No. Know the character of the Most High. Know the natural laws upon which the whole universe subsists. This is the reason for the national reading of the law, not just in your family, like it says in Deuteronomy 6. And ye shall teach them to your children when you rise up, when you lie down, when you walk by the way, when you see, that's Deuteronomy 6. But in Deuteronomy 31, we're talking about a national thing that happens every 7 years. Everything stops and y'all come together and read the law. So yeah, you're supposed to read the law every day. Absolutely. No doubt about it. See what I'm saying? As a nation, we were supposed to do this. And the whole world was supposed to be looking on at us going through this. Just like when you see the Muslims go to Ramadan and they go to Mecca and the whole world, they put it all over the TV and everything. Well, they supposed to be seeing us get together and reading the law, but you don't hear nothing about that. You know why? Because we don't do it. Now, we'll fight all day about the Passover. So Satan is ever working and endeavoring to pervert what the Most High has spoken. He's always doing that. He's always trying to blind the mind and darken the understanding and lead men into sin. And sin is the transgression of the law. Let me say it this way. Sin is the transgression of the natural laws that reveal the character of the Most High. That's what sin is, y'all. If I would distill it down and make it like baby bites, that's how I would explain it. That's what sin is. This is why Yahuwah is so explicit, making his requirements so plain that none need to err. Yahuwah is constantly seeking to draw men close under his protection, that Satan may not practice his cruel, deceptive power upon him. With his own voice, to write with his own hands the living oracles. And these blessed words all instinct with life and luminous with truth are committed to men as the perfect guide. Why are the commandments the perfect guide? Because they reveal the character of the perfect Elohim. That's why they are perfect. What's that? The statutes, what, Psalms 19:7? Let me see. Let me see. I think, let me see. 119, what? Is it 119 or 19? Let me see. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So that's what the law does. Another word for law is character of God. So when you break the law, what you're doing is perverting the character of the Most High. I want to keep putting character in there because this is what I'm seeing that there is a vacuum of among all kind of people who say they love God, they love Yahuwah. They have no character, none. They got character, but it's like the devil. Because Satan is so ready to catch away the mind and divert the affections from Yahuwah's precepts and requirements, the greater diligence is needed to fix them in the mind and to impress them upon the heart. It's not impressed on the heart through force or coercion. It's not through coercion. That's how the governments work of the world. They coerce you to do things. They force you to do things. That's why they call it enforcement. That's why they call it legislation. They want to legislate morality. Don't want to be moral, they legislate it. If you're doing something that they don't like, they try to pass a law against it. And what they might not like might not even be wrong. It might not even be wrong. They just don't like it. I'm going to give you a good example. Slavery. Now, it was no legal reason for them to really have us as slaves like they did. But they wanted to get rich. And so what they did is they passed some laws. They passed some laws, and that's actually what caused us to be slaves. And us breaking the law would have been what? Getting free. Trying to get free was a capital offense. Trying to get free from slavery was like the death penalty. You see? So the Most High's laws are not like that. They are not unjust laws. How do I know that? Because the laws actually are a transcript of his character. And just like slavery was a law that a slave couldn't read, there was a law, a death penalty on a slave for reading. And so the Most High didn't want the nation of Israel to be like the other nations because the other nations had unjust laws. But But Israel lusted so much after the other nations, they thought that they were at a disadvantage for not being able to exercise coercive force with unjust laws. And this is one of the reasons why we as a people ended up as slaves too. He said, "Oh, so you like unjust laws, huh? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have these people over here make you slaves. And we're gonna see how much you like unjust laws. We're gonna see how much you love. We're gonna see how much you love unjust laws when you are on the receiving end of it." Now we have a problem. Now we're in our feelings now. Now we're crying out to the Most High that he free us from slavery now. But before we wanted to be just like the other nations. We wanted to legislate all kinds of stuff. We wanted to be pharisaical. We wanted to pass laws about stuff that wasn't even illegal. Going through the field and plucking some corn, and we want to say, "Oh, you're harvesting." We're going to pass a law against anybody walking through the corn and eating a grain of corn, and going to call that harvesting. Are you sick? Oh, so you want to be like Rome? Oh, okay. All right. So you want to be like Rome? All right. You want their kind of laws? Because people too nosy, people too jealous. Y'all, I want to tell you how bad Israel was. Israel had gotten so bad, they wanted to give Yahushua the death penalty for healing a man. They want to give Yahushua the death penalty for healing a man on the Sabbath day. If healing a man on the Sabbath day is not the character of the Most High, I don't know what is. Really? Really? You heal a man on the Sabbath day, in his sight on the Sabbath day. You tell him to take up his bed and walk as a testimony to everybody that I was blind, but now I can see. I was crippled, but now I could walk. And guess what the people who got a worldly mindset are thinking? Yeah, we need to pass a law against anybody who can heal on the Sabbath day. Really? Are you serious? Missed the whole point. And so now today you got Sunday keepers that actually teach that Yahushua broke the Sabbath because he healed a man on the Sabbath. And he ate some corn on the Sabbath, y'all. Gonna call that harvesting? Y'all gonna call that servile work? Y'all, please. Are you crazy? Those are the type of laws that unsanctified men pass. You got a law that you can't play your music loud in your car too loud. You can go to jail for that? Y'all, that don't even make sense. I don't care how loud they got their music. If the person was led by the Ruach, you know what they would do? They would just turn the music down when they got around a whole lot of people. They wouldn't just have everybody's car shaking. They would just turn it down. But people ain't got common sense. So what do wicked men do? We pass a law against that. And and if it's a black person doing it, we make the law even more severe. Y'all, that's not the character of the Most High. That's not the character of the Most High. Exactly. Exactly, Mariah. Exactly. Exactly. See, people don't have manners, y'all. People don't have manners, but you can't legislate manners, y'all. There are natural laws that's going to be set. There are natural laws in place. If you play your music too loud, guess what you're going to do? You're going to injure your eardrums. There are natural laws that set up that take care of people like that. If you got somebody's playing their music real loud and they're being obnoxious with the music, well, society know how to handle that. You don't need to pass a law and send people to jail and pound their cars. That's of the devil. Just ask the person to turn the music down, if anything. Just ask the person to turn the music down. It's like, hey man, come on, that's too loud. Come on, could you turn it down a little bit? I know you're having fun and enjoying yourself, but could you just turn it down for the rest of us? Everybody else don't want to hear that pounding. And that should be enough. And if it's a reasonable person, they should just turn it down, just out of respect, just because you ask. You know what I'm saying? And, people get too petty about different things. But let me see. Parents can and should interest their children in the very knowledge found in the sacred text. But if they would interest their sons and daughters in the word of Yahuwah, they must be interested in it themselves. Stop trying to get your children to do stuff that you don't want to do and you don't want to help them do. Stop it. Stop it. They must be familiar with the teachings. And as Yahuwah commanded Israel, speak it of them when thou sittest in thine house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, when thou risest up. Deuteronomy 11:19. Those who desire their children to love and reverence Yahuwah must talk of his goodness, his majesty, and his power, as revealed in his word and in the works of creation. The reason why these young people are off the hinges is because the parents are off the hinges. That's why these children, the Generation Xers and millennials, are so ratchet, because the parents are ratchet. Let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. That's why these kids are so disrespectful. Somebody trained them to be disrespectful. I had a young man call me yesterday. He's interested in my oldest daughter. And I was so proud of my daughter who hasn't known any man. She don't know any man. And I got receipts. And so he called me yesterday. He called me yesterday. And I could hear the fear in his voice. And I was like, well, I ain't gonna say what I was. Okay, I'll say it this way. You darn right. Okay, I'll say it. I was proud to hear his voice trembling on the other end of the phone. I was proud. I felt honored. And I asked my daughter, I said, how long you know him? Oh, he just stepped to me today. And I was like, wow, all this teaching worked. All this teaching worked all these years. Oh, glory. It worked. I got receipts. Hey, P. Holmes, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Now, I ain't never seen the brother, the young man, and so we start chopping it up on the phone. And I mean, you're talking about, so I said, so what's this phone call all about? And I said, and I asked him, I said, how you get my number? And I can just hear his voice trembling on the other end of the phone. Ah, praise the Most High is right. He said, well, I want to take your daughter's hand. I said, whoa, brother, wait a minute. Wait, take my daughter's hand and what? Oh, and go out on a date. A date? What is that? He said, I said, wait, I told him right away. I said, let's get one thing straight. We don't date. Okay. The young lady that you saw, who is my daughter, she's a wife in training. She's not a date in training. She's not a girlfriend in training. She's a wife and mother in training. I said, what does that? I said, what do those phrases mean to you? Oh boy, he was nervous. He was nervous. Hubba the hubba the bubba the dubba the bubba the hubba the bubba the bubba the Now I know I'm off the lesson, but you know I always got a good story. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna tell you the whole story. I talked to him for about 45 minutes. But I said, well, first of all, you're not going to be texting my daughter again. All right. I said, so don't even try. And I said, if you do even try, I'm going to hear about it. And so he's like, yes, sir. I said, okay. And I said, from now on, you're going to have to commute directly to me. So when are we going out on our first date? And he said, whenever you want to go. I said, well, we can go. I said, call me back sometime tomorrow. And I'll let you know how my day is going. I had a few things I have to do. And I said, I'll see. So he seems like, from what he's telling me so far, his family has a really, really big farm. Okay. They got like 350 cattle. They got like 300 pigs. From what he tells me, I don't know. And this is what he told me. He rides horses. He trains horses. He breaks horses. They have gardens. They grow chickens. They slaughter pigs. They slaughter cows. They sell beef and turkeys and all. It sounds like they got a full-fledged farm going on. Rodeo. he rides in the rodeo. I said, oh, you riding the rodeo? I said, I got cousins that ride in the rodeo. He said, what's their name? I told him their name. He said, oh yeah, they the best ones out here. Yeah, they ride horses and all that kind of stuff. They the best ones. Nobody can beat them. I said, oh, okay, so yeah, we need to hook up. So he's a carpenter. He got some little carpentry skills. He's a mechanic. So, and he got a look. It sounded like he got some things going for him. So I started asking him about his old girlfriends. I asked him on a scale of 1 to 10, what do he rank himself as? He said he was a dime piece. He a 10. I said, all right, whatever. I said, so who is your old girlfriend? Can I meet her? Oh, the brother's like a deer in headlight. He's like, man, this brother want to meet my good grief. Yeah. You said you're a dime piece, right? Well, let me see how a dime piece treat a woman. Let me meet her. So sound like a pretty hefty young man, 19. My daughter, she 20. So, we'll see. It's too early to tell anything, really. But I felt proud no matter what, because, as a matter of fact, we supposed to go somewhere and eat today. I'm not gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I might drink some orange juice and that's about it. I just really want to talk to him, see his face. I want to get in his face, see the person. I want to see what kind of character he is. You see? So he said he'd go to church. I said, so when you going to invite me to your church? He said, oh, well, you could come this Sunday. I said, oh, good. I said, y'all have Sunday school? He said, yeah. I said, all right. Now we talking. I said, now we talking, brother. I said, so you know how to swing a hammer? He said, yeah, I can swing a hammer. I said, okay, all right. So I get to meet his pastor next Sunday, this coming Sunday. So we're going to go on out there. We're going to go on out there and cause a little trouble, a little uproar, a little rah-rah, and I'm going to tell him. See, my thing is, I told him, this is for his protection and my daughter's protection. I told him that we are a family. I love my family. I've invested a lot in my daughter. And so, and if she's going to spend any time with you, I have to invest some time in you. And no matter what happens in this situation, I want to be his friend. I want to be his friend. And I want him to learn how to be a man, an Israelite man. Because he told me he didn't know nothing about, he never heard, he told me he don't even know what an Israelite is. He said he never even heard of an Israelite. So, he's a young guy, he a young cat, he go to church and play the drums, but you know what they preaching in these churches. They ain't preaching nothing. They ain't preaching nothing to grab nobody's attention. The stuff they preaching is basically for people who got 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel. So no matter what happens in this situation, he gonna find out he's an Israelite. He gonna find out he ain't no Negro. He gonna find out that the Most High loves him. Why we are at the bottom as a people. And he gonna find out what his real purpose is in life by coming in contact with me. He gonna find out what's valuable in life, and he gonna find out what's not valuable in life talking to me. My wife was telling me this last night. My wife told me, she said, hey, this brother is about to be blessed by meeting you. He's blessed already and don't even know it. So I'm looking forward to meeting the young man. And oh boy. Uh, maybe, maybe Sister Hadassah, it's another way you could have stated that. I mean, we all adults in here, but you know, but apology accepted. But yeah, next time, I mean, you could, you know, I that kind of caught me off guard, actually. But it's all right. Let's just keep it moving. Let's just keep it moving. Let's don't linger there. Let's just keep it moving. But anyway, uh, okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm really looking forward to talking to the young man. He gets off of work at 12 o'clock and everything, and maybe, I don't know. When I first start meeting people, I always start dreaming and thinking about ways that we could do something together. I don't care who they are. I always, on some level, even if it's not on a high level, I start thinking about what can I do to improve their life? What can we do to and build the kingdom up together? What skill set they might have that we can, collaborate on something. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just how I think. When I meet people, I be thinking about, I'm scheming on ways that we can do something together, as a people. But anyway, yeah, I came to talk about Achan, and I ended up all over the place. But we're gonna get on this Achan thing because I really didn't hit all the stuff. Back is itching. I really didn't hit on all the stuff that I really want to hit on as it relates to Joshua chapter 6 and 7 and the Joshua chapter 6 and 7 with Achan. But we're going to get on this Joshua 6 and 7 because I want to show you a type of Passover, and I'm going to invite you all to go read that in advance about Achan. See, because in Achan's story, in that whole epic, we see a type of Passover of sorts. You see? And it didn't end too good for Achan. But anyway, I'm going to close right there. Hey, Raphael, what's going on, man? Shalom, shalom. And I'm going to close. I had a feeling about some of them. The way they talk about raping, killing, then slaves, multiple wives. I just feel like they're on some other stuff, but I'll leave that alone. Right. Exactly. Exactly. And y'all, this is one of the reasons why I really focus on character a whole lot. You're going to hear me focus on character more you hear me focus on Esau. You hardly ever hear me talk about Esau. It's rare because it's a non-issue really. We don't have character as a people. We don't have the character that we should have as a people. So I don't feel the necessity to really to diatribe on Esau and all the stuff he's doing to us. I believe the real culprit of why he's doing all the stuff he's able to do to us is because we don't have character. I think that's our root problem. And if we solve that problem, the Esau problem will evaporate. Not totally, because we're still in captivity, but by and large, you ain't gonna be seeing us. The people with character, you're not gonna see us on the street selling bootleg CDs and getting choked out. You ain't gonna see us on the street selling Lucy's. You ain't gonna see us going in the store and making deals with Arabs, giving them marijuana for swishers. You ain't gonna see that kind of stuff happening. Why? Because we're gonna have a whole different type of character. You ain't gonna see us doing. You ain't gonna see our women pulling the Sandra Bland stuff. Oh, you can't. Oh boy, wait till I get in court. Ooh wee. Oh boy. I'm gonna get you when you get in court. Our women ain't gonna be acting like that. Our women ain't gonna be acting like that because first of all, they're gonna know right out the gate that the criminal justice system is not even there for us. So they're not gonna be bragging about what they're gonna be doing in court. They're not. And they ain't gonna be running their mouth like that. They're gonna be whispering a prayer under their breath and saying, yes, officer, thank you, officer. I'm not saying kowtowing, but I'm gonna say you're gonna act like you're dignified. Sandra Bland was acting like the court system was on her side. The way she was running her mouth, you thought she was Judge Judy or somebody. The way that lady was running her mouth. Baba, 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 baba. I'm not saying that she should have been killed. I'm not saying she shouldn't have been killed. I'm going to say it again because somebody's mad. I'm not saying the lady should have been killed because she had a big fat mouth and she was acting stupid in the land of her captivity. I'm not saying she should have been killed, but I tell you one thing that will help you get killed. She thinks she in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Girl, please. I don't need no man. I'm in the land of the free and home of the brave. I'll get my lawyer. Girl, please. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You think the reason why we in this situation is because we don't have lawyers? Really? Really, Sandra Bland? Really? You think the reason why we are at the bottom is because we don't have white lawyers to protect us? Are you crazy? See, she was trying to make flesh. She was trying to make flesh her arm or strength. She was trying to make the arm of the enemy her strength and protection. That lady was crazy. And she ain't no crazier than most black people are. She ain't no crazier than most so-called black people are. Oh boy, I can't wait to get in court. Please. You go to court for a traffic ticket or end up on death row. Please, y'all. Please. They have taken little boys 13 years old and put them in the electric chair, and they were innocent of anything. Y'all stop it. Stop it with this. Oh, I'm going to sue them and all this stuff. You're playing a dangerous game. You're playing a very dangerous game in the land of our captivity, y'all. The laws were made to protect them. The laws are made for their type of characters, y'all. They're not made for us. But we still stupid, and we want to be Americans, and we think we got the American rights and all this stuff. We got freedom of speech. We ain't got no freedom of speech. They could crush us like bugs. If we're gonna claim freedom of speech, we better be speaking the truth. And I'm talking about the truth that Yahweh gave us. If you're going to be bold about saying something, you better be bold about saying what he gave us. Now, that's something to die for. That's something I'm willing to die for, okay? Just to let y'all know. I'm not going to kowtow. If Sandra Bland would have kept her mouth shut, put her cigarette out, first of all, the Israelite woman shouldn't be smoking. No way. And I'm not saying she deserved to die because she was smoking. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she was running her mouth. She should have been as cooperative as possible. You're in the land of your enemies, of people that hate your guts. But Sandra Bland didn't believe that. And we know she didn't believe that because she kept saying, I can't, immature, I can't wait to get you in court. What, this girl is crazy. If we were POWs in China, you would not be acting like that. Hello. If you were a prisoner of war in China, you wouldn't be running around talking about, I can't wait to get no lawyer. Shut your mouth, girl. Shut your mouth. You don't have to be afraid, but you don't have to run your damn mouth either. Excuse me. You don't have to run your darn mouth either. Just shut up, girl. That's why you single now. That's why nobody ain't wifed you. You got a big mouth. And now you're dead. And for what? The guy was going to let her go. The guy was going to let her go. And we know he didn't have to let her go. We know he could have just pulled his gun out and blew her brains out. We get that. We're in the land of our enemy. But the guy was going to let her go. But she kept. My heart was broke when I found out that this lady was dead. When I found out that she was dead, I was like, oh, wow. But I just looked at that as a lesson for me. You can still be bold, but, just take it easy. These are your enemies. Don't forget that these people hate your guts. Hey, y'all, it's the same thing. If you're in a pit of snakes, and one of them bites you, you don't say, I can't wait to tell my lawyer. No, you try to be as calm as possible to get out of that situation. That's what you try to do. We in the United States Snakes of America, okay? The United Snakes of America. It's sometimes this crowd. I'm not saying that, but you can't. You're gonna get a lawyer, a white lawyer, to protect you, man. Please, that's never worked for us. You know how many of us have been executed by going to lawyers thinking they was going to defend us? and we ended up on death row. Y'all, we better understand where we're at. These people hate us, okay? Not only do they hate us, we are not obeying our Elohim. We're not obeying our power. We're not obeying Yah. And I don't know what sins Sandra Bland was in, but whatever they was, she should have kept her mouth shut and just made it out of there. The guy was going to let her go. If you go back and look at the video, he was going to let her go. I was like, wow. And I'm glad nobody was with her. Man, she would have got everybody killed. But anyway, I feel sorry for the sister, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I feel sorry for the sister. I feel sorry for the sister. These people will kill you and you don't even say a word. They will kill you and you don't even say nothing. You don't resist. You don't say nothing. They just come up and start shooting you. You don't have to say nothing and they will kill you. So I just don't understand it, y'all. And I'm not saying that there's never a time for you to speak up for yourself. But my goodness, all that stuff that she was saying, it was like, man, how did your lawyer get you off, Sandra Bland? How did he get you? You was talking so much, a lawyer couldn't even say nothing for you because you was talking too much. But anyway, I love our people. I love our women. Good, bad, and ugly. I love them. Period. Y'all all I got. We all we got. So we better make the best of us and get back to our power. I don't even want nothing else. It ain't no other options for me. Hey, I'm in it to win it. You know, I'm down. I'm down. I'm telling you, I'm down. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, people, saints. And I had to make a couple phone calls here. Exactly, Tasha. Exactly. Because I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something else is disturbing to me too. Seeing our women getting beat down in these little Chinese stores. And black people standing around with cell phones just filming it, hollering and stuff. I see. I can't get with that, y'all. I can't get with that. See, if I'm in the store, I ain't gonna be able to film nothing because I'm gonna have somebody in a full Nelson. I'm gonna be right in the middle of the fight. I'm gonna be right there in the middle of the fight on top of the other. I'm not gonna let no man strangle our women. I don't care who he is, black, white, Mexican. No, you ain't gonna come into our neighborhood, man, and strangle our women and manhandle our women. And you only see them doing this to women. Why are you not doing this to no brothers? Every time my wife says she going to the beauty supply place, I be like, I just roll my eyes. Every time she says she going, she went there the other day to get a little rat tail comb. I was like rolling my eyes. I was like, boy, gotta go over that little place. But anyway, yeah, they don't like us. Hey, I don't like them either. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't like the way they treat our women. And I be hearing about these stores around here. They ain't done no strong arm stuff around here, but they treating our women kind of funny coming up in there. looking down at our women and stuff. And then our women sometimes come in there ratchet. It's just bad all the way around. But I don't care how ratchet they come up in there. They better not be putting their hands on my women. And I'm standing around there filming the thing on a camera like a homosexual. Nah, that's too much, y'all. That's too much for me. This store's gonna have to be out of business, you know? It's gonna have to be out of business. But anyway, y'all take it easy because I'm getting upset. This is Prophet 6 signing out. The Angel's Church to the Laodiceans who are Israelites. Shalom. Hadassah. Thank you.